Just a few days ago, Damagum accused Debo Ologunagba, the national PDP publicity secretary, of putting out his own opinion. For several days prior this time, we were getting conflicting statements from PDP. We'll get a statement from Debo Ologunagba, who is actually the national publicity secretary, and we'll get a contrary one from his deputy. These two statements were just conflicting one another, and thereafter, Damagum said, Debo Ologunagba was just speaking for himself and not for the NWC, because the NWC has actually not met since September of last year, just immediately after the court judgment, saying that Ude Okoye is actually the bona fide national secretary, and in Rivers State as well, where the Aaron-led faction of PDP were sacked. Debo Ologunagba put out a lot of comments, concerning that, and Damagum is making us to understand that, that is not the opinion of the NWC, and Debo Ologunagba was just speaking for himself. Today, we have an update on that. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below as well. The leadership crisis in the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is taking a toll on the party. Though the PDP reopened on January 13 after the yellow tide break, Watada Plaza, the party's national secretariat, has been deserted. Newsroom Nigeria gathered that National Working Committee, NWC members, were avoiding the party secretariat for fear of attack. The National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, who spoke to journalists on phone that Monday, accused the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, who was sacked by appeal court last December, of employing the services of thugs from Niger State to invalidate his sack. We are privy to the communication involved, including the emails that were sent by bank transfer. We have details of that. All of these were done at the behest of Senator Anyanwu. It is unfortunate that a former senator should be a lawbreaker. There is a process. Let us agree on the rule of law, Ologunagba advised. Anyanwu was sacked by Enugu Division of Court of Appeal on December 20 last year, but he appeared at the PDP Secretariat on Monday morning and took over the National Secretary's office. Throughout last week, Anyanwu and the National Youth Leader, Sulaiman Kadada, were the only NWC members cited at the party secretariat. An NWC member who pleaded anonymity also accused Anyanwu of desperation and said he connived with some NWC members to hold tight to office after his sack. Sources says that he connived with some of us in NWC using delayed tactics to implement the court judgment because the thing happened during the holidays. NWC is supposed to sit down and decide, as was in the case of Iyorchia Ayu. They delayed it until they were able to file stay of execution. He accused the acting national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damagum, and the national organizing secretary, Captain Umar Bature, of working with Anyanwu to retain his office after he was sacked. The source further disclosed that the NWC was supposed to meet last Wednesday to take a decision, but Damagum refused to call the meeting. This Damagum, According to him, he was told by some lawyers, including PDP National Legal Advisor, that the appeal court judgment was a declarative one, which cannot be stayed, but wondered how Anyanwu was able to get the order. The order included everybody, the NEC, NWC, the Governors Forum, and the BOT, that nobody should remove him. In other words, grounding the party. Right now, everything is at standstill. Nobody could work until the judgment of the Supreme Court nullifies or affirms his position. It shows there is a sudden agenda, he regretted. Though he admitted that there was division among the NWC members, but said they have resolved to work together. Newsroom Nigeria gathered that the NWC members were still divided even after the PDP Governors Forum intervened in the crisis that beset the leadership last year. Out of about 16 remaining NWC members, only Damagum, Anyanwu, and Bature are working together. On Friday, Damagum drafted the National Publicity Secretary, Ibrahim Abdullahi, who is not a member of NWC, to brief the press on the development in the party. This further exposed the division in the NWC. I wonder how an acting chairman of a party will be working against the interest of the rest of, the political party. If he wants to do what is right, I feel like he should uphold the interest of majority of the members of a party. But here we always have Damagum on the wrong side. Damagum and Wike just always seem to be on the same side and on the wrong side. Moving on, Ologunagba said he did not give anybody instruction to speak on his behalf, citing provision of Section 40, subsection 1 of the PDP Constitution. The only person who can speak for the party is the National Publicity Secretary. There is a Deputy National Publicity Secretary who can only talk as directed by the National Publicity Secretary or when the National Publicity Secretary is not around. I'm around in Abuja. I did not give anybody instruction to speak. If anybody addressed the press, I don't want to recognize him. There is a line of communication in the party, he explained. A former National Publicity Secretary of a party, Kola Ologbondiyan, blamed the crisis in the party on division between the PDP Governors Forum and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Ransom wike. Ologbondiyan expressed worries at the intractable crisis in the party and said it was a ploy by the All Progressive Congress to destabilize the PDP. This is why I usually have problem with these people. If you're having your own crisis, please try by all means to sort your crisis. Try by all means. And this also applies to Labour Party and even APC themselves. I don't understand why you'll be having crisis in your own political party that has nothing entirely to do with another political party, but you somehow find your way of blaming another political party for your misjudgment and your misdeed. I don't know how. Is it APC that is allowing Damagum to misbehave? I can even understand that APC might have an influence when it comes to Wike, the FCT minister, and that I think that is where it ends. But when it comes to Damagum and also when it comes to this Anyanwu versus Ude Okoye fight for the national secretary position within the PDP, I think that it is beyond APC, and the PDP are just not cohesive. They are just not together anymore. There is division in their house, and that is what they should try and sort. And that starts with changing the acting national chairman, Damagum, because I don't think that one, he had no correct, because he's not even acting as a leader. Since he became the acting chairman, everything done Dabaru. So I think that this goes beyond the influence of APC in PDP. Moving on, Anyanwu is not acting alone, he said, and accused the trio of Damagum, Anyanwu, and Bature of holding the party to ransom. It is unfortunate. I really don't know how the problem can be resolved, Ologbondiyan stated, but hoped that PDP would be able to recover and rebuild before 2027 general election. I hope so, but at this rate, the rate that it's going, I do not think that they can be able, to settle their differences before 2027 unless Damagum is being replaced. That is just it. The solution to the crisis within PDP comes with a new person at the helm of affairs, the new person driving the vehicle of PDP, and not Damagum. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.